Hey everybody, welcome to the House of Fi. Tracking your net worth is one of the more important tools that you have in your toolbox when you're attempting to reach financial independence. It shows you where you are, but more importantly, it shows you how far that you have come in your journey. And if you're like us, when we started this journey, we were in a lot of debt. And when I say a lot, I mean like a lot, like a million. That is where we were when we began this journey about 3 years ago. Stick around for about 6 seconds and we will show you how our net worth helps us track our progress on the road to financial independence. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the House of Fi. I am Wendy, and I am one half of the House of Fi podcast. And we are all about helping moms and dads on the road to financial independence save more, spend less, and build a wealth. To our regular watchers, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to our house. We are glad you are here. As I mentioned before, we were in a lot of debt. And because of that, we knew it was going to take us quite a bit of time to make any significant progress. And so, what our tracking does is it keeps us motivated. It helps us to see how far we've come, but it also lets us know where we need to be working on things and just really can be a motivator and a reminder to us of what this journey is all about. We hope to retire early in about 5 years, and we're doing that by a couple different things. We have rental properties, we are investing in index funds, and we're also growing an online business that should have income coming to it in perpetuity. All of those things will give us a monthly income that should last the rest of our lives. And so these next 5 years, we are concentrating on building up our wealth so that we can achieve that goal. Now, we share our net worth progress with you all so that you can, number one, have an example. We hope that our story is an encouragement to you, but also to show you how to do it. I track our net worth on a spreadsheet, and that is what I'm going to be using today. But you don't have to do it this way. You can do what works for you, whether that is an app or like Personal Capital or old fashioned pen and paper and a notebook, whatever works for you. So, to calculate your net worth, if you don't know, it's super simple. It's really just very simple math. It's adding and subtracting. So, you take all of your assets, those are all of the things that you own that have value. There's two types of assets, and we're not going to do a deep dive into it. I have a video that I'll put up above for that. But essentially, you're taking everything of yours that has value. So if you own a home, your home. If you own a car, your car has value. Your bank accounts, your investment accounts, your retirement accounts, anything like that that has value. Then from your assets, you subtract your liabilities. And your liabilities are those things that you owe to other people: credit cards, student loans, auto loans, even personal loans. If you borrowed money from Uncle Bob, you got to pay Uncle Bob back. So anything that you owe to anyone is your liability. Past taxes also can be a liability. So you take your assets, you subtract your liabilities, and you get your net worth. So let's go ahead and dig into our spreadsheet so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, we started tracking our net worth in 2017, in May of 2017, but we've been on this journey since late 2016. So what you're going to see here is a snapshot for in the first column of where we were when we started this journey. And as you can see, we had our house, and we had a little bit in Kurt's retirement. When we started, we really were at close to zero in Kurt's retirement, and I didn't have anything either. So we had a big asset, and it was our house, but we really didn't have anything in cash equivalents. Now, in the middle column, you'll see where we were last month, and I'm not going to go over those. What I want to focus on is where we are as of the end of September. So we have our rental properties of $175,000. Currently have five rental properties, and that's the total of all five of them combined. They're little two-bedroom, one-bathroom units in the Midwest, and they're little small single-family homes, and altogether that is their current value. Um, in our savings account, amongst all of our different accounts, we have $5,905 and some cents. And then our biggest asset right now is Curtis's retirement that has $87,000 and some change in there. Um, and so for our growth between August and September, we had a really nice jump of 2538, which is really, really good. And I'm really happy about that. We put some more into our savings, we put some more into Kurt's retirement. And so I'm always happy about that. I think that's a nice little bump for 1 month for us. Um, but the other thing that I think is really important to take notice is that even though our net worth has reduced significantly from when we started, I'm really, really happy with our progress on our liquid net worth because our liquid net worth is still very, very important. If something were to happen and we needed to get all of our cash in a hurry, we would be able to get it pretty quickly as opposed to maybe not being able to sell a house or a car or whatever. You'll see that I have not included our cars. We opt not to do that. I just don't. I want to know more about what our cash situation is. So I just don't include those. If I were to include our cars, they're not very much anyway. I would say maybe $12,000 max. All right, so let's take a look now at our liabilities. Back in May of 2017, you can see that bright red $1 million in debt in the May column. And a lot of that was our house. $550,000 of that was our house, which we have sold and use the proceeds from that to fund our purchasing of the rental properties. Well, some of them, the first four, as well as getting rid of our consumer debt. Um, so we sold the house, got rid of that liability. We had 69,000, almost 70,000 worth of debt and student loans, and then an old IRS obligation of 53,000, almost 54,000. So $1 million. That was a heavy burden. I'm going to jump right over into September and go over September's. Not a lot of movement for the last couple months. We haven't seen a whole lot of movement in our liabilities, and that's because the student loans are in, I don't know what they're calling it, but it's because of the stimulus rules. Those are basically on hold, but we're getting credit for public student loan forgiveness, and it's at 0% interest right now. So instead of paying those, we're using that money to funnel back into our household and increase our cash reserves, which I think is really important right now. And this is just a temporary situation. So we really want to shore up our cash reserves while we can. And then, as you can also see, our old IRS debt has been significantly reduced, but it hasn't changed in the last few months. And that is because I have requested a monthly payment change in that, but I can't get a hold of anyone at the IRS to to fix it. And in the meantime, nothing has been coming out. So until I can get that fixed, that is going to just kind of sit there, and we're including it in our budget. All right, so now that we've taken a look at both our assets and our liabilities, what we're left with is our net worth progress. This is the one that gets me excited looking at. I'm really excited about the fact that we've gotten almost $100,000 in cash in this time frame, but I'm really, really excited about the change in the reduction of our net worth. In May of 2020, we had a negative net worth of almost $350,000. Like, that's a massive. That means that if we took everything we owned and subtracted everything we owed, we would be in the hole $350,000. Not a good place to be, right? So where we are at the end of September though is we're still in the hole. We're still in the hole even though we have $268,000 and change in assets. We still have the $450,000 and change in liabilities. That's still a big number. And so we're still in the negative $182,000. We are trying to get to zero. We don't know how long that's going to take though with our student loans. But what I'm really, really happy about is the overall change, and you'll see that in yellow. The overall change, the reduction in our negative net worth is over $164,000, which is ginormous, and I feel super proud about that. And that is the stuff that keeps us motivated. So I'm super excited about that. And an overall monthly change in our net worth for just 1 month of $3,100 is nothing to like be upset about either. It's really, really good. So I'm happy about that. And I hope that you find that our sharing of this information is helpful to you. We do try to be transparent here. We know that this journey isn't always pie in the sky. It can be super, super hard sometimes and super, super long. But the progress that we make is amazing, and the community that we have is here to support you. And that's what we want to be for you. So, a couple takeaways from this video I hope you have taken hold of. One is your liquid net worth, that it is good to have an idea of what that is as well. And if you want to have more detail on that, I will list that link down below or above, one or the other. But also to pay attention to not maybe necessarily your net worth change from month to month, or as you're going, but the difference in the categories, because sometimes, even though your net worth isn't changing, you're making really good positive changes in other areas. So, like in our case, not having any retirement to going, or not having any, cash or retirement almost to $100,000. The net worth didn't change a whole lot, and it actually went down for us, but now we have all this cash, which is puts us in such a better position than we ever were before. So those are the two really big takeaways I hope you get from this video. If you have not subscribed to our channel and you're new here, please subscribe and get that notification so that when we have a new video, you know about it and you can come back. We hope to see you here again next week. And that's all for this week, guys. So take care. Bye.